It is watch-along time and a potential NBA Finals preview with the Celtics trying to stay undefeated at home against the defending champion Nuggets. Let's pick it up with 8 minutes to play in the fourth. Right after a fan threw a ball onto the court, the Celtics trying to post up Jason Tatum here. They had a 12-point lead in the first half, and now Denver has retaken the lead. Some really interesting things happened earlier in this game in terms of matchup and zone. Denver's used Jokic as a roamer. We've seen zones with Drew Holiday in the middle, all kinds of different creative matchups in this game. So it's been a fun chess match. And this is a small ball lineup from the Nuggets where Gordon's their biggest player. So that's how Porzingis is matched up with Reggie Jackson here at the free throw line. I think the Nuggets will take that. That one rims out. Murray comes back the other end. Drew thinking about a double. And that is just vintage Jamal Murray on the fade there. So the Nuggets with a 4-point lead after trailing by double digits. A lot of space for Drew to attack. That's a great bank. And they changed the matchup that time. And the pristine Celtics spacing means that when this help comes from the top from Peyton Watson, Drew can just be patient, wait, keep the dribble alive, back down, and he's basically playing one-on-one with a ton of space there, cuts it to 2. So here comes Joker. Horford will be on him. Porzingis on Gordon. This is a pet Nuggets play where Murray comes off a pick at his blue arrow time. This is what we saw throughout the playoffs. The two-man game, Murray coming up through the middle of the court. Just very difficult actions to defend. And here you see these unique matchups where Murray is taking Porzingis and Jokic is on Al Horford. And Derek White pops open for 3. And this is a brilliant little play by White. So it's a screen away from Tatum. And when White gets this back screen, he can cut to the basket. But as Michael Porter is diving underneath, White adjusts the route and flares out for a 3. Nice high IQ read. And now it's back to 1. Murray looking for those 2 screens. Boston switches it. And then on the switch back, Murray has some space, but he can't quite hit that one. This time they end up with Aaron Gordon on Porzingis. A little bit more traditional with the matchups. They were looking for that same action with White on the other side of the court. The flare pass never came this time. So Tatum gets a reset, drives into the paint. It's well defended. And now the Celtics with a 1-point lead as we come up on 5 minutes to play. Nice hands by Al Horford. Let's see if Denver goes to the two-man actions more down the stretch with Murray and Jokic. Murray goes right away here, works off a Jokic screen. He's doubled, gets it to Joker, who misses a shot he usually makes. He's like 70% from there. But Porzingis' length, again, is a factor. And no big men in the paint, and Jaylen Brown just goes to work on Murray. And again, if we back it up, look at Boston's spacing here. Horford in the corner. Jokic is really the only guy with 3 other players pulling the defense out up top. Hard, powerful move from Jaylen Brown, and Mike Malone wants a timeout. Let's see what we get out of the timeout, both offensively and defensively. Horford on Jokic. He sets a screen down for KCP. This is just to get a post-up and a handoff action. And now will they double? Late in the clock. Turns. I mean, that's just too good. Cuts it to 1. So that was a very deliberate after timeout, looking for your best player. Boston comes back, pick and roll, Tatum. And the miss at the rim springs a 5-on-4 here, which leaves KCP open in the corner. He airmails it, and it goes the other way. Let's go all the way back on that sequence. It starts with Al Horford acting like he's going to screen in the corner. Really nice turn and changing the angle. And all that work from Horford basically completely buckles Jokic, gets him on the wrong side of the screen. Tatum uses it to get into the paint, that huge sidestep of Murray, and then I think he just gets hung by the rim. And that springs the fast break the other way. KCP misses. So another chance for Boston. Same pick and roll action going after Jokic. This time Horford with the pop. Nice work by Jokic to come back and get that. And this is the same thing they were looking for out of the timeout. Just an empty side, two-man game. Jokic turn, hook. And basically the help never comes here. And that's why he goes by himself. Too good of a look. I think he wanted maybe a call. Nuggets up 1. We're back to Michael Porter on Porzingis. And they run that same elbow touch back screen to get the switch. Murray's size is underrated in these positions. We saw it in the postseason last year where he's able to guard big wings in the post like that and either make plays or just not be picked on. I thought it was a huge part of Denver's run to the title. His defensive performance, notably the strength and size inside of 12 feet, inside 15 feet of the basket. More two-man pick and pop. It's a great rotation by Tate. Oh, Michael Porter Jr., huge rebound. And the Nuggets go up 3. What happened there? It starts with the defensive coverage from the Celtics. They want to bring this next defender over to help on the pick and roll. That opens up the pass to KCP. So White rotates. So now no one's on Michael Porter Jr., and that is a scheme and coverage offensive rebound. All he has to do is cut into space. The ball bounces the right way, and the Nuggets are up 3. 2:40 left now. They're thinking about the elbow touch. They end up with Jokic out in the pick and roll again. But this time they end up switching it so he's on Porzingis. Porter's on Brown, and he does a decent job trying to stay with him until the end. And this is yet another possession we've seen where the Celtics spacing, Porzingis goes to the perimeter, and Brown can attack that space. Gordon comes down to help, but a good mismatch for Jaylen Brown in space, and it's free throws. Brown actually missed the first free throw, and he rims out the second, but KP gets the rebound back to Brown to tie the game. And that's just Drew Holiday making a play. Celtics cannot buy a bucket. These are all great looks. But the Nuggets just clinging to this three-point lead. So Denver patiently just gets a touch for Jokic at the free throw line. Again, no doubles coming, so he's going to attack to score. Gets Tatum on the help. That frees up MPJ. More great shots. Nobody can buy a basket down the stretch in this game. More one-on-one into space. Jason Tatum. It's the theme of the last few minutes. Boston's 5-out spacing, creating alleys for their players to go at. Jokic not there on the shot block. And we have a 1-point game with 90 seconds to play. Murray with a lot of dribbling there. Nothing really materialized on the screens. Porzingis gets out and blocks Jokic. And I think Tatum's out of bounds there, but the shot clock is basically done. And this is one of those possessions where when you run it back, you say, what happened to the clock? The original down screen was handled very well by Tatum. When Murray goes, Brown handles that. So then you have 7 seconds. Jokic just coming there as an outlet valve. Great defensive possession from Boston. So Boston has played a mismatch hunting kind of game down the stretch. They bring Jokic up into the pick and roll again. Still no switches. Now they get Porter. Maybe this is what Tatum wanted the whole time. Gets White an open look. And another offensive rebound. But I think that's going to be a foul coming over the top of Jokic. The Celtics had 12 offensive rebounds in this game, which isn't a ton. They actually had like 3 or 4 on one possession in the first half, but a couple key ones here. Denver goes two-man. Nice chase by Jaylen Brown. Ends up with the floater. And another offensive rebound, this time for the Nuggets. So Drew Holiday leaves Gordon to show help. So you end up with 4 players around Murray as he shoots. That gets Gordon the rebound. So So it's another one of those, the offensive player with the ball is drawing attention. The defensive help is the thing creating the rebound. Jokic almost went for the lob there. Gordon to ice it, airballs it. Oh my goodness. That was just a kamikaze drive by Tatum. And Tatum bobbled that on the way in. I think the ball was deflected, which means he actually could have gathered a little bit cleaner. Still had a great look at it and just missed. Almost went through the entire team in just a frenetic sequence. So now Gordon, just with the air ball, he made the first free throw. He misses the second. Was that a lane violation? What was going on there? Let's go back. Oh yeah, there are a lot of people in the lane. Did Jokic fake going in the lane? Am I seeing this correctly? It looks like Jokic starts to go into the paint, makes this big movement, and then stops. His right toe is kind of on the line, but that's what leads the Celtics. I don't know if that was deliberate. I also don't know if that's allowed. This is just chaos. We need to call in Steve Javy. So there is something in the rule book on free throws about acts of disconcertion, meaning the players on the lane line can't raise their arms or wave their arms or make a sudden movement in the visual field of the shooter. But we need to call Monty McCutcheon to know if you can have an act of disconcertion on your own teammate, because I don't remember seeing somebody fake out two other players on a lane violation and they're just going to jump it at midcourt. Maybe that's the ethical decision here. Of course, maybe he caused Gordon to miss the free throw with all those shenanigans. Tatum gets the tip and a timeout. So we're going to have 13 seconds to set up a play here at the end. Oh, it's Brown with a ton of space. Tatum did cut, but Porzingis missed him, I think. And it's a timeout from the Celtics. And I think this is actually a really well drawn up play where Brown can first attack into a ton of space. Jokic has to make a decision to help. He stunts and recovers incredibly well. So Brown gives it to Porzingis, but there's no shot. Then they run the pick and roll. He switches perfectly onto Holiday, and I think he might have been in trouble looking to foul there. They had a foul to give, but it was a timeout for the Celtics. Anyway, 5 seconds left. We do it again. Everybody on the near side. No switch for the Nuggets, so KCP stays with Tatum. ISO catch. And that is it. Nobody could score down the stretch of this game, but Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic finished with 69 points combined in a 102-100 old-school defensive battle in a game with just a ton of wild, weird matchups and crazy plays down the stretch. And the Celtics lose their first game at home to the defending champs in what maybe could be an NBA Finals preview. If you want to support us, patreon.com/thinkingbasketball. That's the best way to do it. Otherwise, thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I hope you are having a great day.